Hi everybody, it's LillianMedium. I hope you guys are wonderful and working on it. This is my intro video for my new class, The Anatomy of the Power of a Reading. I'm excited to have been inspired to create this course. I think that most of the inspiration came from me really sitting and thinking of the things that I wish I would have been told, or perhaps brought my awareness to in the very beginning of my development, as well as a lot of my students saying, oh man, I don't feel anything, or I don't know when there's one soul coming, when stepping back. How do I know what's mine and what's theirs? And I think that what we fail to slow down and understand, which is why some very experienced mediums will say, hey, I sat in the power for years before I even did readings, and I understand now. And that's because when you sit and you can recognize your own spirit, which is the first topic that we speak of in this 6-week course, is, if you can recognize, in my opinion, your own spirit, then you can recognize all of spirit. Because in my philosophy, where your spirit resides, all of spirit resides, right? So if you sit, expand yourself and your awareness, and you can use focal points. Some people have a very busy mind, but you know how to use some different tools to be able to quiet the conscious mind and to expand into your spiritual mind, to be able to feel your own spirit. How do we do that? How do we recognize it? What does it feel like for each individual person, right? Because we're very unique. And the second week, we talk about how to feel the power build as you open up. And I think this is really, really important, because sometimes, or most times, we think spirit knows what they're doing. Spirit knows, how to use a medium, and that it's going to happen automatically. That every spirit is going to know and have the same personality, and come in with the messages the same way. Well, that's not true. Sometimes, a visiting spirit has never used a medium. And us creating a beautiful flow of how we're opening up with love will bring us into a place of more confidence and understanding, right? How we build the power through our love and our heart, to be able to say, hey, come on in. See it like a doorbell. They're there, they're ringing the bell, you open the door, you greet them. Would you like something to drink? We make this too hard sometimes. So my focus on week 2 is to ease you into it in your own very unique way, and to be able to allow you to feel the power coming into your power. So the spirit of the visiting spirit coming in to be with your spirit. The third week, we are going to talk about feeling the power of the visiting spirit really, 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 come closer than they've ever been. And so when you're understanding how to check in with yourself, and you're recognizing, hey, this is what I was feeling, but everything that I start to feel after I open up is not mine, then that comes with an intelligent power that is able to elevate you in whatever frequency is needed, in my philosophy, for that visiting spirit to communicate what they need to communicate. In my opinion, I think that varies based on the power that the visiting spirit brings, based on their personality in life. So there's a lot more to it than just recognizing it, becoming aware of it, and knowing it, right? It's the ability to be able to see the patterns as well here from the other side of life, in the way that you see them in your own unique way. And I keep saying that because it's so important to say. Everyone has their own way of development with the same outcome. And I think we sometimes fail ourselves when we see something that's brilliant that someone else is doing, whether it's psychically or mediumistically or even as a healer, and it is brilliant and it works and it's awesome for that person, but that might not be what that looks like for you. That might not be true for you, right? So what is true for you is what I want to bring you to, right? Feeling the spirit come in and identifying that. And then the next week, we speak of expanding the power of the experience of the memory, okay, that you receive. So just like that spirit itself is still existing, within that spirit, there's memories. And within those memories, there's emotions that come, right? There's emotions that come within those memories, whatever that is, whatever is, wanting to be expressed by the visiting spirit. Were they sad? Were they happy? Was it a good moment? Was it a sad moment? How do we grab onto that? And how do we allow ourselves to let the visiting spirit lead without our conscious mind trying to get in the way, right? Because in everyday life, we are being led by our conscious mind. But with mediumship, we have to be in our no mind, what we call no mind. And how do we do that? And how do we just allow the sitter to have the experience of feeling that so deeply that they're touched emotionally, right? And last but not least is allowing the sitter, which I just said, to feel the power of the memory. The more that the medium allows themselves to surrender and not lead, the more that we're able to then, as mediums, allow that visiting spirit to lead, to bring in their emotions, and to really push through us with their power and ours, so that the sitter can feel that memory, live that memory, and in a lot of times be free of grief. A lot of times, right? Sometimes I say people are one and done. They have one mediumship reading, their grief lifts, and they feel lighter, and they're able to move on without feeling the heaviness of the would've, could've, should've, or whatever that looked like, right? So how are we able to not just speak the evidence that's coming in, but to allow ourselves as the medium as well as the sitter to feel, right, what is trying to be expressed through the presence of that visiting spirit? And how do we act as the clearest voice for that visiting spirit? They're no longer connected to the physical body. So for us to have the opportunity to kind of be that middle for this world and the next is such a gift. And I really want to focus in this 6 weeks on the love, making mediumship effortless and not so mechanical. It's beautiful. Let's see it as beautiful. Let's embrace the emotions. Let's embrace the presence. Let's allow it to take us and to be the clearest voice that we can be. For this class, I just ask that at least you understand the presence of spirit, or you have encountered experiences with, hey, that was my aunt that passed away, or that was my uncle that passed away, to be able to take the class, at least to recognize and become aware of what that looks like and expand on that. This class will be on Zoom. All classes are recorded. The class will be on Sundays from 12 to 1:30. And this is going to be for 6 weeks. I think there is 1 week where we're going to have it a little later within those 6 weeks. But again, all classes are recorded. This class is limited to 12 people just because I want to be able to coach as we go. Just because if we are focusing on the power, and I am focusing on obviously looking at you guys, individually to see, how you feel and how you can surrender to just kind of allowing yourself to have your own unique mediumship, then 12 would be a good number for me to be able to commit to do that. So if you're interested, guys, and to sit into my new class and be one of the 12 students, if you're drawn and your spirit's drawn, just reach out to me. You guys can message me on YouTube. This will be posted on YouTube. It will be posted on Facebook. I will post it on Instagram. I will post it on TikTok. You guys can find me on all platforms as LillianMedium. I truly, really appreciate you guys. And if you're just listening to this intro and don't feel guided to take the class, thank you for taking the time to hold the space with me at this moment. And remember, if you're someone that's developing, don't attach yourself to outcomes. Just allow your soul to lead you where you need to be. If you're interested, reach out to me or message me at parliamentacademylearning@gmail.com. Again, that is parliamentacademylearning@gmail.com to register or for more details on this course that begins the end of July and goes through the end of August. Thank you guys. Bye for now.